My father's been passionately building this HO scale train layout for almost 50 years now. It fills up about 550 square feet in his basement, and it's big enough that he can run up to 5 trains simultaneously. There are probably around 100 scale buildings on the layout, some of them realistic and some of them whimsical, named after family members. When he first conceived the train set, he named it after me and my sister, but since then it's been rebranded for his 3 grandchildren. He started working on it in 1972 on top of a ping pong table in the house we lived in Lynbrook. Here's what the house looked like, and here's my scale model of the house. Removing the roof shows you the upstairs bedrooms. You can then see the first floor, and when you remove the first floor, you'll see the basement with the original train layout in green. In 1974, we moved to this house in Scarsdale. It had a much bigger basement, and in this model I built at the Scarsdale house, you can see how the train set's gotten a lot larger. This is an HO scale model of my sister's house. I made him these 3 houses for his 70th, 75th, and 80th birthdays. I'll have to think of something good for his 85th birthday, but there's hardly any room in the layout for something new. Uh-oh, what's going on down at the neighbor's house? Better call the fire department. My grandfather built the model of this grain tower, and my nephew built this model, meaning there are 4 generations of modelers represented here. The control panel has tripled in size to accommodate all the controls for the train, switches, lights, sounds, and other effects. There must be miles of wiring here. This water tower is a classic landmark near my parents' house, so back in the 90s I built a scale model of it for the layout. The Falls Bridge in Philadelphia is a landmark near where I live now, and so of course I had to build a model of this too. decades I've made literally hundreds of these fake trees out of dried lichen and twigs, but then when cell phone towers became popular and were disguised as fake trees, I had to make a fake tree for the layout. It's hard to capture here on video, but with the lights turned off, a whole different scene unfolds. The layout also has its own trolley, with a separate control so young children can make it go back and forth. There's even an airplane, too. Hard to reach parts of the layout can be accessed through these pop-up windows. There are lakes, rivers, and waterfalls, all modeled from an epoxy resin. The local golf course even has its own water feature. Mostly what he's been working on these days are these detailed building kits, although he long ago ran out of space for them. There's a meat market in honor of my maternal grandfather. Here's my sister's library. And if anyone's seen my harpsichord video, here's where I built it. This guy in the outhouse should think about closing the door next time. The largest model on the layout is this HO scale steel mill. It's part of this industrial area with an electric arc furnace in the background. Let's go out for one more ride.